right, everybody, good morning and happy Wednesday. Definitely a pretty good day today. Had some pretty good stuff. Cut a massive win on 8 p.m. and a few others today. We're going to break down everything that I touched today in depth. Hopefully, you guys had a pretty good day today. I know that it was a much better day today on my end, so I want to run through it here and show you how I did it, how you could have done it as well. Things are heating back up in the market finally. We're going to start with the worst and save the best for last. So let us do just that. And I want to start by looking over at NUWE. And good Lord, this is one this morning that definitely solidified my findings from the earlier part of the week. And really what it boils down to is risk to reward. Now, this thing made a massive move into market open. This thing rockets, you can see here, broke up out of its trend. It broke up its tightening wedge here going into the open and rocketed over 17. And doubles going into market open. This thing rockets here at 9.25 from 17s all the way to $25 at market open. Now, I typically don't trade the last 5 minutes before the bell, so I said, look, I'll just come back to this and maybe look at it after the bell for some opportunities. And so what do? I try to play it up in this range through here, and I just didn't have a very good time. So we had range here up through 30, and so I'm taking it up here. This thing halts and it resumes in a strong way. It breaks to the upside, pulls back, confirms buyers off these dips off the 5 EMA, and so I'm looking to play the pullbacks. Now I took the pullback here for the breakup through the high, and as you can see, I just don't really get that. Price just hesitates the whole time. I take an entry here. I see price hesitate here off this high. I take some out, get to move back to the new high. Again, double top off the high, take a full exit, and it's just not a good look. And then through here, again, we have this almost base form here, these higher lows forming here for that curl back to the upside. And again, just doesn't happen. That move never comes to fruition. So again, taking this pullback, trying to get that break higher. And again, we get rejection. I sell the rest at entry. So again, small profit. The big thing here to note with setups like this and what I've been seeing over the last few days with these leading gappers, when risk to reward is no longer there and that opportunity is dried up, let's just pivot away from it. Because the thing is, there was less edge here than these other setups we're going to go over because everybody was already watching this. It was already crowded. Range had already really been filled, right? It's already made that move prior to the open. So I'm trying to play this for the breakup higher because just ride the momentum here. And like I said earlier in stream too, I could be singing a different tune right now if it actually had hit 30 today. And I could be looking back at this and saying, oh, I should have had more size. So a lot of this is all hindsight 2020. But at the same time, it's one of those things, too, where we've also got to be smart about it and say, look, this has not worked the last few days, and these gappers have led to chop. These gappers have led to me giving back some profit or just overall wasting time watching it. So when these overextended moves come along, in the case of this was extremely overextended, look at VWAP way down here, and of course, room to the upside was only to about 30 bucks. So just not great risk to reward. Was it a decent opportunity in a hot market? Maybe, sure. But in this market, it's just, we've got to be pickier than this. So just not a good opportunity here. It was a little bit chopped around on this. The next one, too, following was BTCS. And let's actually come back to this. I want to flip over to RCAT and GAME here for a second as well. We'll actually go back to GAME. This was one this morning that I was in love with, and it looked so good. And, well, the choppy market definitely played a role in this one again as well. So take a look at this here. I'm watching this here. We have this awesome tightening wedge forming here all morning. Look at this. And so this thing just looks phenomenal. And I'm looking here for a breakout to the upside. Now, it eventually does make that move. And it makes a move here from about 250 to about close to 3. It makes a move here to about 280. And so we get a pretty nice move. But the issue here was how it actually broke out. Now, I was watching for the breakout. I finally got the breakout. And I played it fairly well. But what happened? And I even waited for confirmation for quite a time here. And, well, look what happened. So I take the entry after it confirms off the breakout level, and I wait for it to confirm. I wait for this candle to close. And look at this. So we have these two dojis lined up here back to back. I wait for the next candle to break to the new high to confirm that upside move. I take the entry, and it just blips straight down. Instantaneously blips straight down. So it's like, this point, extremely frustrated. I kid you not, as soon as I took this entry, just knifed. You can't make it up. As soon as I took the entry, just knifed. And so I still like the setup. It reconfirms. It pulls back over the high. And so I take a re-entry. Let's try it again. So I try it again, and I capture a pretty nice move here from the 250s up into the 270s. I know it's not a bad trade. But at that point, all I did was take one step back and then one step forward. So net overall, I'm break even. We had an amazing looking setup here, and it just doesn't follow through in a clean way. And it's just so frustrating, man. This stuff is unpredictable. It's hard to sit here and ride through the move here when you have stuff like this happening, but this is the exact action we've been seeing the last few days. So again, overall break even on it, but what more can you do? Move on to YHC. This was actually my top watch on the watch list just 2 nights ago, and actually traded this one extremely well today. Now, if we zoom out and look at the hourly time frame, we had a really nice setup here on this. We had a nice tightening wedge. Look at this here. And beautiful breakout on this thing today. This was a picture-perfect move. Look at this. Broke up through the 5s, and at that point, this thing was super attractive. So once this thing actually starts to break out, we're able to capitalize in a pretty good way because we got some pretty decent follow-through on it. Now, it was a little bit choppy, not the greatest of trading stocks, but not bad. You can see here how I was riding off the 5 EMA. We have high or low. This candle tries to break up to a new high, and so I'm like, let's take the entry here, risking this previous low. So nail the entry there at 514, risking the bottom of this candle off of 505. And I get a pretty nice move. I was able to get a good add up over the highs here at 550, and or 545, excuse me, for the move up to 560. And so this was a really good trade. I played this here super well from 515 all the way up into the almost 570s. So I was super happy with this. We got some good action, and again, just playing the simple hourly breakout. Moving right along from that, we had DTST for a little play out of market open. I was pretty happy with this one. My only issue with DTST was the follow through. And again, the way that it traded, I wasn't too fond of. You can see here, took the pullback off the 5 and 12 EMA per usual. I got to move back up into the highs, rejected back, and took the rest out at entry. So nice little trade, but nothing too crazy about that there. Moving right along again to the big winner of the day over on APM. Now, APM was the best winner of the morning that I had today. Now, I had a win on it back in pre-market, which was fine. Good little dip off of VWAP. You can see how I played it here. I took it off of this previous high from pre-market, sort of using that as a bit of an area of supply to take that pivot off of VWAP, and I was able to play that fairly well. Took the entry off the pullback, got to move back up into the highs, took a full exit, moved on from it. Cool, good way to start the day. But going out of market open was the big idea here. This thing made a beautiful move, and take a look at this here. Now, first and foremost, we know this thing is obviously one of the top gappers of the morning. This thing got some major buying pressure back up over its opening range highs. That opening range high to mark up here for you guys to make it easier to spot sits right here at $2 or $1.90 really was that pre-market high. So we know the pre-market high is $1.90. Now, the question then is, if we get over that pre-market high, do we have any range to the upside? Well, to identify that, let's look back at the daily time frame. Now, looking back at the daily here on APM, we can look back and we know once we get over that 190, we have pretty much a clear sky setup here, right? Pretty much clear skies. We have room to, looks like 240. So we can mark up this 240 here off the top of this doji, and then from there it's 270 and then clear skies. So not a bad look here. Pretty happy with it. Really nothing stopping us from having range here on this one. And so I was actually able to capitalize on this one in a pretty significant way. This thing was pretty awesome. So what we have happen here is, again, we have pre-market high setting up here. We have the 5 and 12 EMA. Now, per my 5 and 12 EMA strategy, where we're using that as our entry opportunity off these pullbacks as confluence, that 12 EMA is sort of my backbone in the setup. Now, we see price, again, break the highs here. Nice, strong trend. Price begins to pull back and retrace, again, between the 5 and 12 EMA. And we see buyers start to step in here. Look at this. Buyers start to step in here because we see this nice wick off the bottom here, which means sellers are getting weak. Sellers are getting exhausted. So after that begins to happen, we see that sell side capitulation. Take the entry risking what? Well, I take the entry risking off the 12 EMA off the bottom of these lows where we have that confluence, where we have this double bottom formed. The 12 EMA right here in line with it and that daily level as well. So beautiful trade here. And I get a massive move here. You can see from 230 or 228 really, all the way to $3.30. So this thing, I could not have been any happier with how this thing moved today. I even caught it up into a halt. This thing was super nice. It was the most profitable stock of the day. Thankfully, I needed this today. I needed it. But this was a picture perfect A+ setup. Massive front side move. Great confluence. Great price action. Easy to read. And overall, just had a really good time trading it today. Now, outside of that, the last one I want to go over is BTCS. Of course, the big highlight of the morning so far was that APM and YHC. Everything else is fairly light, but opportunity has been light. I'm just happy to be green, really. Now, BTCS was another one very similar to YHC, where I'm trying to take that break to the high, and I have some regrets on this one here, too. Now, this one here, I am super happy with. You can see right here, we have these higher lows formed. We have this nice coiled tightening wedge. I'm sort of looking for this thing to break out higher. You can see here, looking for that breakout. I take a small little win here. Didn't really do much with this here, but the big thing is back here. Again, very similar to YHC. I take the entry off this candle, risking the last low of the candle, and I get a little move to the upside. I get some trims. Then I try to add on the pullback, and the rest just stops out. So I take a little loss on this. Looking back in hindsight, the big thing with this is that pullback didn't really have much defined risk. The big thing to note on stuff like this is when taking pullbacks, we need some confluence to understand that this thing is not going to just keep on knifing, right? We need to be able to have something here to provide some defined risk. In the case of this year, we're so far from the 5 and 12 EMA, we're so far from VWAP, we're so far from past price. There just was nothing here to take this pullback. So I took a loss for no reason on this, really. Now, obviously, if this head higher, of course, it's all hindsight 2020, but it's best to look at this, of course, in the past tense and see what could I have done here that could have, possibly prevented this trade. And the big thing to note here is I think it's difficult, and of course, while it is a green day today, it's difficult to, or more difficult to stay picky in a market where there is a lot less opportunity. And so this is the case here where I felt like I wanted to take this pullback, try and get aggressive for the move back through that high over 660 because of the lack of opportunity elsewhere. I tried to make it happen. It didn't happen. And it's just something I have to, again, work on going into the rest of the trading week. So loss there on that trade after taking, again, you can see these two wins here. Had this one loss off the highs. And going from there, that was pretty much the morning. So not an overall bad day. Pretty good green day today, despite the choppiness of the market. APM was definitely the real big winner of the morning. That thing was amazing. Literally instantaneously almost halted up and was able to catch a really nice trade there. So market's getting better. Definitely getting a bit more predictable, cleaner. I'm a lot more happy with what I saw today than what I saw last week. At least there's some sort of opportunities out there to at least solidify some green. I'm hoping that we have some better opportunities going into the rest of the week. That is the goal. I think that we will. I think that the opportunities stay on APM and game and YHC sort of set the tone for that going into Thursday and Friday. So that's the goal. But all that being said, I hope you guys had an awesome day today and learned a thing or two from this video. Make sure to subscribe for daily content just like this. And as always, as well, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial while spots last to watch me trade stocks just like this in real time every day with alerts, education, chat room access, and so much more. That link will be down in the description below, and I will see you guys there.